Hello, and welcome back to Fem Life. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel. 2 lucky winners get to spend 1 hour on video chat with me. I never anticipated being discovered while indulging in cross-dressing, a private pleasure I enjoyed when alone. However, everything changed one day when my aunt unexpectedly walked in on me. It happened on a leisurely Saturday afternoon, with the house empty as my parents were away for the weekend and my brother out with friends. Seizing the opportunity, I adorned myself in a dress, makeup, and wig. As a male, I found conventional men's attire dull and confining, but slipping into women's clothing always evoked feelings of liberation and confidence. Midway through capturing some photos of my transformed self, the creak of the front door opening shattered my tranquility. Panic gripped me as I hastily scrambled to revert to my ordinary attire. Yet, before I could even don my pants, my aunt entered my room, her expression a mix of surprise and confusion. "What are you up to?" she inquired, observing my partially dressed state. Frozen in place, I struggled to conjure a plausible explanation. My mind raced, but no excuse seemed adequate. My aunt, let's call her Aunt Jenny for simplicity, was notorious for her intrusive nature, often invading my privacy without warning, citing her entitlement to be informed about household affairs. While I found her domineering and meddlesome, I never fathomed she would stumble upon my secret pastime. I was just trying on some outfits," I stammered, hoping she'd buy the fib. However, she shook her head, stating, "Those aren't your clothes. They're women's attire." A flush of embarrassment and shame surged through me. I couldn't muster the courage to elucidate my cross-dressing inclination to her, nor did I desire to. All I yearned for was her departure, to sweep this incident under the rug. I enjoy dressing up occasionally, I confessed, unable to meet her gaze. There was a pregnant pause before Aunt Jenny queried, "Why?" Unable to disclose the truth, that donning feminine attire instilled comfort and confidence within me, serving as a mysterious pleasure, I simply shrugged and replied, "I don't know, it's just fun." With a disapproving shake of her head, Aunt Jenny exited my room, leaving me alone with my swirling thoughts. I couldn't believe I'd been caught. Uncertain of her perception of me now, I dreaded the prospect of her divulging this incident to my parents. In the ensuing days, I avoided Aunt Jenny, secluding myself in my room. I couldn't face her, aware that she was privy to my clandestine activity. Yet, curiosity eventually compelled me to gauge her sentiments. One day, I overheard her conversing on the phone with her confidant, recounting the incident and expressing her bewilderment and unease. My heart sank as I realized she didn't comprehend and likely harbored judgmental views towards me. However, her next words caught my attention sharply. "I believe I can leverage this," she stated with a cunning tone. My thoughts raced, attempting to decipher her intentions. I didn't have to wait long to find out. Later that day, she summoned me to her room for a serious conversation. After seating me down, she disclosed that she wouldn't divulge my cross-dressing to our parents. However, in return, she expected a favor. "I require a sissy maid," she declared, mischief glinting in her eyes. Her request left me taken aback. I had never entertained such a notion before and was apprehensive about what it entailed. Yet, she made it explicit, refusal would lead to her disclosing everything to our parents, causing embarrassment before the entire family. Feeling cornered and anxious to safeguard my secret, I reluctantly consented. Aunt Jenny furnished me with a list of chores reminiscent of those performed by a traditional sissy maid. I was to don a maid's attire, complete with heels and a wig, executing these tasks under her watchful eye. Initially, I felt humiliated, struggling to endure the chores without succumbing to despair. However, over time, a strange transformation occurred. The maid's garb imbued me with a sense of authority and dominance, a departure from my ordinary existence. Aunt Jenny expressed satisfaction with my efforts, often commending me for my performance as a sissy maid. As weeks elapsed, I began to anticipate our sessions. I even found myself donning the maid's attire in Aunt Jenny's absence, relishing the empowering sensation it evoked. Though I recognized the moral ambiguity, I couldn't resist the allure. Yet, the situation took an unexpected turn when Aunt Jenny's closest friend paid a visit. Engaged in my sissy maid duties, I froze as she caught me in the act, uncertain how to explain myself. To my astonishment, she refrained from judgment or ridicule. Instead, she admired my attire and praised my aptitude as a sissy maid to Aunt Jenny. Subsequently, she frequently participated in our sissy maid sessions. As peculiar as it may seem, I found solace in my newfound role. It felt akin to membership in a clandestine society known only to a select few. While occasional shame lingered, the experience proved both exhilarating and liberating.